Where are the e-commerce platforms in Myanmar? Why does everybody in Myanmar use Viber as a messaging app? Why is it that Myanmar is just missing out on all of these profits from these digital platforms? Hello everyone, it's Asian Anthony, and in this video, Myanmar needs its own app. Earlier this week, I tried to buy a basketball, but there were no places around me that sold basketballs. So I looked online to try to order a basketball. I realized there was no place I could order to quickly get a basketball. I was absolutely shocked. So I open my laptop, I turn on the VPN, I find some businesses on Facebook that say they sell basketballs. I messaged them, and all of the businesses either did not message me back or they were not willing to deliver. This is crazy. So I had to ask myself, why is there not an Amazon.com? Why is there not a Lazada? Why is there not an Alibaba, etc., etc.? Well, with Alibaba was an option in Myanmar until Alibaba left. Alibaba left because, according to them, import restrictions, inflation, lack of paved roads, and there were too many items coming up missing during the government inspections. But that's not the real reason. The real reason is because Alibaba did not want to do business in these conflict areas. It was too hard to import items and maneuver those items to the city of choice because of these conflict zones, and I understand it. Also, Alibaba is the company behind shop.com.mm, and this is an e-commerce platform, but as of April 2026, they are stopping their operations. So their website is still up, but it won't be up for much longer. But Myanmar does not need Alibaba. Yangon and Mandalay alone are big enough cities to start their own decentralized e-commerce platform, such that business owners can post a product that they already have in stock on a central website or an app, and the users could just order from that centralized website or an app. Now, it sounds like a normal e-commerce platform, but that is not what I'm proposing here. The only items that should be posted are items that are already on store shelves. For example, if I want to buy a basketball, I can buy that basketball from any place in Yangon that has a basketball in stock. This will allow an independent courier to go pick up my order and bring it to me for a small and reasonable fee. If we had a decentralized e-commerce platform, we would not have to worry about import restrictions because the only items sold are items that are already in stock. We would not have to worry about the lack of paved roads because, once again, the items are already on store shelves. So there's no need to maneuver throughout the country to get these items to the stores. We would not have to worry about the government inspections because, once again, the items are already in the stores. You don't need the government inspections. They've already passed that point. E-commerce is highly profitable, and there's no need for us to let these international companies take the profits outside of Myanmar. But it's not that easy. For example, currently 90% of businesses that sell items online don't even make $100 per month. Now, this is because we have a saturated market in this scenario. For 1,000 items, we have 1,000 websites, 1,000 Facebook sellers, 1,000 different places to buy this item. That is not what a decentralized platform would give us. We need one central repository of listed items. All items should already be in stock and in stores. In the year 2026, this year, the government of Myanmar have changed a few laws describing e-commerce as essential services. And with this new label of essential services, they make starting this business or these types of businesses far more difficult. And they're a lot more scrutinized, there's a lot more paperwork, it's a lot more pricey. But these new laws are aimed at international companies. They are not aimed at the people who are from Myanmar trying to start e-commerce in Myanmar. But why stop there? Why stop at e-commerce? Ask yourself, why does Myanmar use Viber? Let me tell you why. The only reason why Viber is popular in Myanmar is because at the time that the internet and messaging apps became popular in Myanmar, WhatsApp, which is the most popular choice, at that time required payment. Viber was free. And there were other apps that were free, but it just so happened that the people just gravitated towards Viber. There was some marketing involved here, but Viber has no connection to Myanmar. It's not special at all. There's absolutely no reason why the people need to be using Viber. But more importantly, it's 2026. Data is gold, and Myanmar is giving its gold away for free. There is no reason why Myanmar can't make their own messaging app. Vietnam did it, Zalo. Korea did it, Kakao. Japan did it, Line. China did it, WeChat. You don't even need talent to make this type of app. We have AI now. We probably should not depend on international companies to handle our data that is involved in like almost all of our personal conversations. In the long run, this could be a national security threat. I can tell you as an American that this would never happen in America. We would never allow an outside company to monitor all of our personal messages. It's not happening. The people of Myanmar are talented enough. And with AI, even high school students could do this. The problem is not that we can't make the apps. The problem is marketing. We have to convince our Myanmar brothers and sisters to also use these apps. But you have to ask yourself, why stop there? We can build our own LinkedIn, our own Airbnb apps, our own eBay apps. These are all the type of e-commerce apps that don't require international users. Just the people of Myanmar using these apps is enough to make it profitable. So we need to build our own digital infrastructure in Myanmar. If we do this, we don't have to worry about sanctions because everything is coming from Myanmar. Ask yourself, do you really want to wait for international companies to come and fix the problems in Myanmar? Because if you do, I need you to understand that they will also be taking all the profits right out of Myanmar, okay? So either we fix our problems or we let somebody else fix our problems and we let them take our rewards.